How about this challenge? And I'm sure you've read the statistics like I have, Steve. There's a lot of people that live paycheck to paycheck, a high percentage, a bigger percentage, I think, than most people realize. How can people break that cycle of, they just make it to Friday or just make it to payday, and then if they miss that paycheck, it's a problem. How can they break that?
It's so funny is that if you ask somebody how much money they make, they can tell you how much money they make. If you ask that same question, how much money you're spending, they can account for maybe 80% of their spending. So I tell people that, hey, if you're making $1,000 a week, but your employer only paid you $800, would you get mad at it? And they're like, gosh, I'd be mad at it. So the same thing with your spending is that if you'll track your spending, then you can identify things that you can either cut out altogether or just reduce. But most people, they live paycheck to paycheck because they're just not tracking where their money's going.
Well, and that spending and how well they're able to meet their bills, of course, that affects the next subject I want to get into, and that's their credit. Yeah. So everybody wants to know, how do I build credit? How do I keep good credit, avoid having bad credit? Because part of our American culture is we're kind of evaluated on our credit or our credit score. There's even dating sites that you date based on your credit score. But I mean, so it's a big part of our society and our ability to acquire things in the future. So what do you say to people about how to build good credit?
I built credit. I built it the wrong way. Like I said, I left the military with $32,000 of credit card debt, and so I was able to build credit, but it's the wrong way. But the thing is that I think credit takes time, and it works. Credit works just like trust, is that it takes a long time to build and a short time to mess it up. And number one is that you got to pay your bills on time. If you're not paying your bills on time, it doesn't matter how much money you're making, whatever your credit utilization ratio is that you got to pay your bills on time. And I think then the next step is that when you're trying to build credit, especially for young people, what I tell them to do is that either buy like a gas card or some type of secured credit card. And what you do is I use the gas card just to make it an easy example, is that what you're going to do is that whenever you buy gas, you're only allowed to put gas on that credit card. You can't put any kind of knickknacks or snacks, just gas.
Okay.
But every time that you use that credit card, what you're going to do is you're going to move money from your checking account to your savings account, and you're going to do that every time you do it. And at the end of the month, you're going to take that money that you put into your savings back in your checking, and then you pay off your gas bill. So that's one of the easiest, quickest ways to build your credit if you're young, or even if you're older and your credit is messed up.